Prince and all that. Like, that never happened.
Yeah, the time never overtook the revolution.
No.
Morris trying to squeeze the revolution out of the bar, because it is the time the revolution and the Moderneers, who are running this, like, 3-band set, almost on a night. Is it a nightly basis? A weekly?
It seems to be a
like
weekly.
Friday, Saturday.
It does seem to be a weekend gimmick for them. It looks like 3 nights a week, like Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday kind of deal.
So the owner of the club, Billy, is just like, well, because the kid's fucking up. He's not showing. He's Prince. You know,
he's being Prince. Yeah.
He shows up when he wants. Doesn't show up when he doesn't want.
Yeah.
Just being fucking Prince. So he's like, fine. If you can get a group, because he's like, I'm thinking about putting a girl group together. He's like, okay, if you can find a group,
that can
we'll think about it.
Yeah.
So he holds rehearsals. Apollonia 6, which is an Apollonia 6 time. It's 2 dancers. I'm like, Later on, I'm like, hey, why was it? Like, I don't want to. I don't want.
I mean, how do we put this?
Let's just say there's 6 of something.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know what Morris Day's math was. I don't know. So he holds rehearsals.
Yes.
The kid at Apollonia. Oh wait, no. Sorry. He picks a woman up and throws her in the trash. Or Jerome, sorry,
Yeah,
Jerome, because she jumps in front of him on the street. Starts, Morris Day, you son. He has no time. He's just like, Jerome,
get rid of this.
Jerome literally grabs this woman, grabs her, and hoists her up into the air, and fucking body slams her into a trash can, smacks closed the lid, and they just walk away.
Like it's the fucking most normal shit that ever happened.
Downtown Minnesota, Minneapolis, whatever.
No one noticed.
Broad daylight.
Yeah.
This dude just straight up
threw a chick in the garbage and is like, yeah, we're done here. So,
and she pops right back up. Mars, don't you walk away from me.
It's like, lady, you're in a dumpster. You've lost this battle.
Jesus, it comes out of nowhere. It's not spoken of again.
Point. It's just sort of, this is a Tuesday for Morris Day.
Yeah. Like, so you just get Jerome to throw women in trash cans? That's a thing?
You know, I'm not
Is
really...
that on his CV? Is that
I gotta tell you, I'm not really interested in throwing women in trash cans.
No.
But, to have that kind of pimp power... How awesome would that be? To just be like, I could make that happen if I wanted.
Because the way Morrissey talks and is presented in this film, he's more of a pimp than he's a fucking singer.
Well, we forgot to mention the fact that the man enters a car better than anyone ever has in the history of the world.
Yeah.
Just sidesteps his way into a car.
Like, the door's already pre-opened, he's ready to go. He doesn't even, he doesn't climb in, he kind of just...
He side runs in and dives in head first. Morris Day, everybody. The greatest thing ever.
So Apollonia and the kid, he takes her to a lake.
Because that's what you do.
And she basically kind of just outlines, like, I want to be a big star.
Yeah. She's just like, this is what I want from life.
Can you do that for me? Mm-hmm. And he says that you have to be baptized in Lake
Minnetonka.
And without... hesitation.
Yeah.
Without even a question.
Yeah.
She immediately unbuttons her top, takes her pants off, gets buck naked.
Yeah.
I don't know what time of the year it is.
Cold. That was the next thing I was going to say.
Because this is Minnesota.
Yeah.
Where it's cold most of the year because it's basically Canada.
She jumped into the water. That was freezing cold. It snowed an hour after filming.
Ooh.
4 takes. And then she developed hypothermia.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Prince was afraid she would freeze to death, but she kept wanting to do it. So
she was gamer. She would go.
No,
Prince, I got
But later
this.
on, apparently her takes were moved to Los Angeles. So it may not have finished there, but it started. She did it 3 times or 4 times before, like, Prince is like, you're going to die, stop it.
So when Prince tells you to stop something,
yeah. Now, to his credit, the kid did say, as she was jumping in, hey, wait a minute. As if, what did you think she was doing, man?
Yeah, it's like, well, the minute her pants and top came off...
Yeah, like, as
you
soon as
should have picked up, like, no, this isn't, no.
Although...
Because she jumps in, gets out, and he's like, well, that's not Lake Minnetonka.
Yeah.
And then he gets on his bike and he drives away.
Which, by this point... Now, okay, he does do the right thing and comes back with a smile.
He comes back, goes, come on, get on.
At the same time, if you're Apollonia... aren't you telling the dude to fucking kick rocks at this point?
Yeah.
Like, fuck you, man. But no.
No,
she just smiles like, oh, you. I'm like, man,
gets her leather outfit back on, which I'm like, no.
Nope. But I mean, at the same time, a minute ago, I was praising how fucking pimped Morris Day is. I'm like, I think Prince might have had him on him, because you could do shit like that, and the girl still smiles, and goes, oh, aren't you sweet? Okay. That's not a power I have, nor probably should I, because I think I would abuse that.
Yeah, so that happens.
Uh-huh.
We got the password is what scene, which you heard at the top of the show, where they basically do a who's on first routine. Which
was the best thing ever.
Yeah.
I watched it, I rewound it 4 times and kept watching it. It made me laugh every time. I'm like, there is no reason for this, except that it's hilarious.
We get the one and only appearance in the film of the third band, the Moderneers, playing the Moderneers.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's it for them.
Yep. I'm okay with that.
Lisa and Wendy, not happy.
Yeah.
They've written songs for the Revolution and Prince, and he hasn't even looked at them. He's thrown it in trash. It's garbage. Like, it's not my music. It's not my music, not my lyrics. I don't want to sing.
Which pretty much was the Revolution at the time. They did help write one song, and for the life of me, I can't remember which one it is. I meant to write it down. I never got around to it. But
it wasn't Purple Rain?
No, it wasn't. No, that was all bullshit. Yeah. That was Prince by himself.
Yeah, I figured.
Mm-hmm.
The weirder part of this scene is that he has a puppet in a cup.
Yeah. What the fuck was this all about?
And he's just playing, like, they're like, bearing their soul to this guy, going, like, listen, you need to give us a chance here. And he's just in a chair, swivel chair, with a puppet in a cup, just not paying attention to them, making funny faces at the puppet, doing a ventriloquist act.
Yep. But clearly not, because no. Yeah. So they had to film this, and then went back and did voiceover.
Yeah, because I'm like, he's not.
Somebody said this was a good idea. I don't understand why. Much like the tossing of the woman into the dumpster, never happens again.
Yeah, puppet doesn't come back.
Never brought up again.
Puppet doesn't come back.
Why? Other than Prince wanted it, so it happened.
Morris begins his play at getting Apollonia away from... Well, not... She does. He knows she's getting away. He's getting her away from the kid.
Yeah.
But she thinks he's just giving her an opportunity to be in a band, but I'm still going to be with the kid.
It's weirdly a fucking, like, old tale. They've done this 1,000 times in movies. So it's it's the common thing of, like, I'm going to steal the girl, but he doesn't realize it and all this shit, and she's got no fucking clue. I shouldn't say the prince, that the kid doesn't know, because he eventually does.
Yeah. Well, he picks up he knows what Morris is doing. Yeah. She doesn't.
Yeah.
Plays the beautiful ones, I think, again, all the way through. Then he takes her home. And, they proceed to...
have a very explicit sex scene where...
And it's weird because she's not naked in the scene.
No!
But it seems more dirty that she isn't.
Well, it's because of like we said, a couple of Prince's digits disappear.
Yeah.
Into a specific area where they can disappear. It's awkward.
Yep.
Watching that, finding out after that they're not dating, because I remember watching it going...
I mean, I get it, actors act, but...
This is a bit much, and watching it, I'm just like, well, that's... I mean, I literally went, I bet it's an easy thing for a filmmaker to have two people who are dating do a sex scene like this, because it can't be awkward, and it's all probably, a lot easier. I mean, it's going to be awkward because there's people around, but, generally not too awkward. Then I found out they're not together, and I'm like, how did Prince get away with this?
Well, because he's Prince.
I guess.
Lisa and Wendy basically have enough. They more or less kick rocks. Morris...
but during this time, they were having a relationship.
Oh, yeah?
I didn't know that.
Morris and Apollonia, where he basically gets her away. Like, kid pulls her away.
Yeah.
In, like, the weirdest scene ever. Because they're on... like a dock somewhere. It's nighttime.
Yeah.
They're about to get into a car. And you, like, out of the smoke.
Yeah.
The kid shows up on his fucking motorcycle. Knocking Morris to the ground like he's saving the girl from the villain.
Yeah.
Like, again, like he's fucking Batman. He's
Batman. Prince really wanted to be Batman.
And then he turns, he's like, get on. Yeah. And then she gets on and he drives away. Morris, drunk off his ass, is in the garbage, like, get me out of the garbage.
By the way, the only song that the Revolution actually co-wrote was Computer Blue.
There you go. Well, that makes sense.
The 4th track on the album.
It kind of makes sense.
A little bit.
The beginning of Computer Blue.
Yeah.
Parents are fighting again.
Mm-hmm.
But, his dad's hauled off and smacked his mom. And
yeah.
He's a real big piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
Then Apollonia gives him a gift. Earlier in the film, they see a guitar.
Yep.
And Prince likes the guitar. Doesn't buy it, which I'm like, we don't establish if he's rich or poor.
It is weird. Okay, I was wondering about this because he lives at home with his parents, but he seems to be in one of the biggest bands in the city. I got to assume you can afford to live by yourself.
Dad was, because it's established that his dad was a performer. He threw it all away eventually. Yes. But if your dad's a performer, you'd think he'd have some sort of scratch.
No, drugs.
Oh, yeah.
He was on drugs.
Might have went up his nose or whatever in his arm. Billy basically tells the kid, if you... Because they're going to have one more performance. Mm-hmm. And he's just like, if you fuck up this performance, you're done. Because Morris has a girl group on standby. Yeah. And they'll take your place. Mm-hmm. And Prince does not take kindly to that.
No.
Doves Cry. Mm-hmm. Not performed live. I think this was a montage scene.
It was.
Kid's looking for his father. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, Prince goes about 3 apples high.
Yeah, he's a smurf.
So when he kicks in the door, because he sees his mom on the street, and he kicks in the door because he knows his dad's gone too far this time, and he fucking billows up, he gets his fucking big boy pants on, and here we go, I'm gonna rumble with Dad.
Hang about, before we get further here, his bowing up is the bowing up of a dancer. So when he's hunting in the house, he's not like lumbering around. No, he's pirouetting from room to room, and I'm not kidding. If you watch this, he's like dancing as he's looking. I'm like, dude, nobody's buying you as tough.
Doing spins and turns. So he's floating around the house.
It's like West Side Story in this
shit. When he gets up and he goes, "Come on, motherfucker!" And I'm like, is that Prince's tough guy voice?
It is Prince's tough guy voice, and it's just
not... that's adorable.
Yeah, I mean... The man's little.
I mean, I love Prince.
Yeah.
Hey, we both.
He's a fucking rock god, but he little. He little. Prince is little.
So when he tries to be tough, ooh.
No, there's no part of tough in Prince. Prince is the guy who's going to steal your girlfriend, and you're not going to hit him because he's just too cute. Like, that's just Prince.
Also, he'll just Batman out of there with her before you even realize he or your girlfriend are now gone.
I'm guessing he does, in fact, much like Batman himself, carry around smoke bombs so he can just disappear.
They play Computer Blue. Mm-hmm. You can tell it's written by Lisa, and because the beginning of the song is Lisa, yes, Wendy. Yeah. That kind of stuff.
Not to mention, it's the least Prince-sounding song on the album.
Oh, very much so. And then he sings the very personal Darling Nikki. Mm-hmm. And everyone in the club knows this is about Apollonia.
You think?
Including Apollonia. So she leaves.
Yeah.
And he is basically told by Billy and Jerome, hey, you fucked up. You don't bring personal shit to the stage like that. Billy's like, I don't want that in my club. I don't,
Like, that's just, that's a bit too much. They don't get your music.
And then after that, he basically says, listen... You need to start writing for other people because you can't just write for yourself because no one's going to get it.
Which, ironically, was what they would say to Prince in his later career. Constantly
late
reviews.
Prince, late
Prince?
90s, early 2000 Prince. He was writing for Prince.
Yeah, and every critic was just like, people don't understand what you're doing. It's like fucking life imitating art at this point.
I'm almost sure you don't understand.
Well, that too. I mean, he got way into Jesus.
So he kind of Trump kind of just like, hey, buddy.
Sup?
Throws him 2 tickets. Apollonia 6 is in at the club. Not the one, not First Avenue, but another club in town. He's just like, bring a date. And then he leaves. Love Jerome.
Fucking Jerome's awesome.
Fucking love Jerome. Best sidekick ever.
Oh god, yeah.
Apollonia 6 sings Sick Sex Shooter.
Yep.
And that song is just woof.
Yep, that's a thing.
That song's awful.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
But I can see why this song
Yeah.
was nominated